Stocks fell Friday as investors pulled back from positions in First Republic and other bank shares amid lingering concerns over the state of the U.S. banking sector. Thanks for joining us. I'm Marshall Keeley. More fallout tonight from the Silicon Valley Bank collapse. The bank's parent company filed for bankruptcy today, though that's not going to impact the bank's investors. Tonight, though, we asked experts what went wrong and if this type of bank bust could happen here in PA.
It's a collapse some claim the federal government should have seen coming. Harrisburg University economics professor Dr. Pavlo Bruyi says Silicon Valley Bank wasn't prepared to give back billions to big investors who suddenly wanted out.
Silicon Valley Bank had a smaller share of total deposits held as cash compared to an average bank.
Penn State Schreyer Chair of Finance Dr. Fariborz Ghadar says no bank could have been prepared for what happened, but SVB's technology-heavy investments made it even more susceptible to rising interest rates.
The deposits are huge. The assets are volatile. On one hand, they're big accounts. On the other hand, if they feel like the bank is in trouble, they can withdraw everything in a matter of seconds.
While banks with a similar structure may be at risk of suffering a similar fate, experts say banks here should be in the clear.
I don't think a regular average consumer has anything to worry about.
If you live in Pennsylvania, you can feel comfortable that your banks are relatively secure.
That's because most Pennsylvania bank accounts are completely insured. The FDIC covers up to $250,000. Ghadar says 75% of Pennsylvania accounts are under that mark. Meanwhile, just 6% of SVB's accounts were under $250,000, leaving some investors out millions. The federal government is stepping in to cover those losses, but the collapse is sparking new conversations on Capitol Hill. It could mean more regulations, making sure banks can handle the stresses of fluctuating interest rates and big withdrawals.
So the regulators who were supposed to check on all of these things maybe didn't do as good a job. Maybe these medium-sized banks are not that medium, and we should have some regulations for them as well.